This is WW2 Studios, and today I will be reviewing the first part of sort of a sequel, I guess, for lack of a better term, to my previous World War II mock series. So this would be a few months after that, where the story for this is sort of when the Americans in the previous mock were taking that sort of mansion. The sergeant was killed, sadly, and Rudy was made the new sergeant. And they were attacking this German platoon, or a few German platoons, on this town on the outskirts of France. So the Germans fell further back into the town after they were overpowered. And this sort of takes place as I forgot to mention this, the British and the Americans have joined forces at this time. And they're just sort of going through the city trying to find the Germans. So let's get into the mock, starting with the Allies. So here's the Allies, obviously. Right there is a Willys Jeep with 2 British and the corporal. The one British there with the Thompson is the British Sargent. And then, there's a statue right there. Then there's a Sherman tank with a machine gun. An American soldier there who was manning it, but sort of just sitting down. There's a British guy with a radio backpack. And then there's a truck with a bunch of American and British soldiers. The one right there with that helmet is Sergeant Rudy. And then that's the captain, Captain Mulligan. And let me get him off of this truck. So you can see he has a Thompson with a drum magazine and a extra grip on the front. And he's just sort of sitting there talking, I guess. And then, there's just some more British soldiers, and there's the driver. There's a British soldier there. And in this house, you may not be able to see very well, but they've tried to barricade the door with some crates. And there's a table with a newspaper on it. And there's some windows. And let me turn the mock around. Alright, I've turned the mock around, and I'm going to take off the roof of this red building so you can see inside. So here's the inside of this red building. There's a window and a table with a plate. Then there's an umbrella there. There it is. And then there's a little crate with I believe this is a popular graffiti during the 1940s and such. The Kilroy was here thing on a crate. And that's just sitting right there. I would have done it on like a wall, but I didn't have enough brown pieces. So let me put the roof back on. So there's another look at the Allies and the tank. And this building right here is a church. Let me take off this top part so you can see. It's a cross right there. And then I'll take off the roof of this building so you can see. By the way, that's a chimney. So here's the inside of this house. There's a little table here and a random wheel here. I just needed some extra things to put in here. Oh, and these houses were abandoned by some of the French civilians, and there's a dollar right there. This would lead up to the chimney, so let me put it back on. And actually sort of lines up. Let me just press it down more. As you can see, it lines up. But anyway, let's get to the church. And if anyone's triggered by this piece on this gray building, I didn't have a sure enough gray plate, or tan plate, sorry, don't kill me. Also, no one get triggered by that black plate right there. Here's a better look at the top of the church. So here's a better look at the church, and if you're able to see it, let me move the mock more so it's in the sunlight. There's 2 Germans. All the Germans are actually held up in here, planning to attack these Allies. And as you can see, there's one on MG, and there's a commander ready to give him orders to start shooting. Now let me get to the inside of the church. Also, this top part just comes off. There's a better look at the inside. and a better look from this perspective. And he has an MG42, in case you were wondering. Oh, and I believe that guy has a Luger. I'm also going to take off this part so you can see inside better. Actually, I didn't realize, but how I connected that, I can just fold open. But here's the inside where all the Germans are held. And this guy has some Splinter camo. I believe this is like a fake Lego torso. But I just need another German, so he would be from like a different squad, I guess. And he has an STG. And here's my custom German flamethrower. He has a gas mask. Excuse me. Oh, and there's a crate in that corner. I'm not sure if you can see. But then this guy has a Panzerfaust to take out the tank. And then everyone else is just sort of huddling up, ready to get out. And then there's a ladder right there. And yeah, I think that might be just about it. Oh yeah, here's a bit of a better look at the top of the church with this little piece. I actually got a lot of these pieces from like one of the Ninjago movie sets. I can't remember the exact name of the set, but it had like a bridge I got for Christmas. But like I said, I think that's the end of the mock. Actually, I'm going to give you a better look at Sergeant Rudy and the British Sargent. Here's a better look at both sergeants. So this is Sergeant Rudy. He has a knife and a canteen. Now here's the British Sargent, Sergeant Crowsley. And he just has an Indiana Jones torso and a Thompson. But anyways, I think that's about it for the mock. Don't get triggered by those tan pieces either. Like I said, that's about it for the mock. I might do a review right after this of something else I made, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I don't know when the next part is going to be out because I have to build it. I don't have it pre-built like everything else, but anyways, that's about it. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.